Welcome back. My name is Calvin, Statue Fanatic, and I am super excited about this statue. I ordered this statue last year, and I have been waiting for this statue for quite some time. This is Purgatori, and this will be my 6th review. Wow. This particular statue, it's not well known by a lot of people in terms of her character, I would imagine, but Sideshow have released other statues that exist in her world, in her universe. One of those statues is the Lady Death premium format statue, and just more recently Sideshow released the Lady Death statue. It's not a premium format, but it's also a beautiful piece, which I am going to review later. In fact, I'm going to review both of the Lady Death statues. Purgatori is a character that appears in Chaos Comics back in the 90s. Her first appearance was in Revenge of Evil Ernie Revenge #1 in 1994. She was an Egyptian slave, absolutely beautiful, drop dead gorgeous Egyptian slave. She was raised in Alexandria. Her human name is Sakara. She was one of many who worked on a slave team to build a tomb for this particular queen. One day when the queen came to inspect how the tomb was coming along, she got angry at Sakara because Sakara didn't move out of the way in time before her chariot came through, or didn't move fast enough before her chariot came through. And so the queen got angry, but when she took a look at Sakara and saw how beautiful she was smitten by her beauty. And so she ended up taking Sakara into her harem and actually ended up marrying Sakara. The queen also had a general in her army by the name of Ramsey. So Ramsey also was digging the queen as well. So what he said was, because there was so much turmoil and chaos in Alexandria, and the queen was afraid that this particular project would not get done, Ramses assured the queen that it would get done if she in fact would marry him and become his lover. But there was a caveat to that. She would have to give up all of her harem, including Sakara, in order for that to take place. So Sakara was out, and when she got back, she found all the other girls in the harem had been slaughtered. So, and after fleeing, she, without giving away any spoilers, she came in contact with a particular vampire, and this vampire, she ended up giving her eternal life and turning her into Purgatori. Needless to say, Purgatori returned to Alexandria and went to the queen on her wedding night with Ramses to exact revenge. But I won't go any further because there may be some of you who want to read this comic, and it is absolutely a fantastic story. I love these comics from Chaos, Lady Death, Evil Ernie, Purgatori. So if you're interested, please pick the comics up and read them. Moving forward, Purgatori has appeared in numerous comic books through the Chaos universe. She's also, her arch enemy, believe it or not, is Lady Death. She's also appeared in confrontation with Chastity as well as Vampirella. If you really like this type of genre of comics, this is one of the better stories out there from the 90s, and I encourage you to pick those up. Now, let's get on with the review of the statue and see if it lives up to the hype that I was hoping that it would live up to. I am not disappointed at all with this statue. I'm very happy with it. It came out really well. Starting off with, I guess, the sculpt, the head of the statue, sculpted really well. Looks a lot like the comic books. Looks like it walked off the pages of the comics, in my opinion. Everything from the lipstick to the way that her face is made up looks very awesome. The eyes and has that white overlooked the same way that it looks in the comics. And in terms of mixed media, this is a sculpted statue. It's not a premium format statue. However, on her neck she has a cross, and that cross actually is made out of metal, which is pretty cool as well. Moving on down, I want to keep my show rated PG because I know I have some young people that know me that even watch this show, so I want to keep it PG. But When it came to the 90s, we know that the artists in the 90s, when they were drawing comics especially, man, did they ever focus on busting butt. And this is no exception. She is very voluptuously sculpted, and it looks really nice, just like on the pages of the comic book. Going down to her midsection, all of that sculpted really well, including her backside, that the thongs kind of disappear somewhere. So, but anyway, it absolutely looks fantastic. The way that it's sculpted, you can see I'm having some fun with this because I absolutely love this statue. She's a very, very sexy character in the comics, and this 4D or 3D rendition of her does not disappoint. The wings on the statue are also really awesome. Remember, if you saw the video where I did Illidan, his wings, these are a lot like that. Very textured. There are veins that are in the wings that you can see, a lot of detail in the wings, and they're also translucent, so you can actually see through them. There's light that comes through them, so depending on how you had her display, it would give a really cool effect. This happens to be the exclusive edition of the statue. There is 500 of these and 1,000 of the regular edition, making it 1,500 pieces of this statue. What makes this statue exclusive is that it comes with this axe. And even that axe, if you look at it, it's painted very nicely. It's sculpted nicely. The detail in the skulls and all of the intricate details on the axe itself are really awesome. Going down to the base where the fire is coming out of the resin that they use looks somewhat similar to the Ghost Rider, the Phoenix things, but this one happens to be a lot in between the two of those two. It's not completely opaque, but it's also not completely clear like the Phoenix from XM statue. Some light does go through it, but what's really nice about it, you can see from the flames that are coming up, they each have these angry faces and howling faces that are being formed by the flames that are coming up and encircling her. And moving even on down to the base, there is a lot of detail and sculpt in the base itself. There are skulls all around the base with this sort of like a doorbell type thing you would in their mouth. You can see the picture there. The statue itself, I'm very happy with the statue. Just like any Sideshow piece or any piece, if you look at it long enough and you look hard enough, you're going to find things that are imperfect. And this statue is no exception. There is something on the statue that I don't like as much, and it's where her bangs and her hair is. There's a separation between that and the back part of her hair, and the separation is such that it draws attention to it. I don't like that. I'm wondering maybe if I could get just the head replaced, that would be great. But if I don't, I'm still pretty happy with the statue overall. Moving back up the statue just a little bit, there are some minute details on the statue that are really nice. For example, keeping her top on, and the way that it's painted, there's a little skull, gold skull that's painted where you would have the fasteners for her top. And again, it's just a piece that I've been waiting for a while. Big fan of the comic book, and I again would encourage you guys to go out and read the comics. It's a great story. It spans a number of editions and limited edition stories, but she had her own series for a while. And just like in the 90s, unfortunately the comic world was in its heyday almost again in the 1990s, and then things kind of went bad. So what happened was companies got sold and various things like that. So she no longer is part of the Chaos comic universe. I think she's now part of the Women of Dynamite, which is also under the same umbrella as Red Sonja. And so I wouldn't be surprised, and it may have already happened, I'm just not aware of it, if there's crossovers where you've seen Red Sonja and Purgatori in the same stories together. Sounds like it would be nice. I'm not as familiar with Red Sonja as I am with Purgatori. But again, thank you guys for joining in and watching. If you like the reviews that I do, please make sure you like and subscribe to them. Again, it's just fantastic doing this. I didn't think it would be as much fun as. Peace. Take care.